Shane McMahon about Vince McMahon buying WWE back as Roman Reigns returning in Money in the Bank. John Cena might get pinned in Money in the Bank as Bloodline 2.0 breaking up. Adam Pearce confirms huge opportunity. Wyatt 6 future in doubt. WWE legend speaks on Alberto Del Rio firing from WWE. WWE legend believes Seth Rollins to win Money in the Bank before that subscribed to WrestleBuzz. And now, let's talk about it. Shane McMahon about Vince McMahon. Buying WWE back, Shane McMahon has finally weighed in. Vince may have stepped away from the throne, but his presence still looms large over the industry he helped build. Back in 2023, Vince shocked the world by finalizing WWE's sale to Endeavor. The company was soon merged under the TKO Group Holdings umbrella, alongside the UFC. Since then, Vince has taken a step back from daily operations, but rumors have recently swirled that he might be plotting a return to power by buying WWE back. During an interview on TMZ Sports, Shane McMahon broke his silence on the speculation. He didn't confirm anything, but he didn't shut it down either. Well, he owns a big part of TKO still, so you never know what's going to happen there either. So I'm not trying to be vague, I'm just saying anything can happen, McMahon said. While Shane stayed cautious with his words, the door clearly isn't closed. Vince still holds major shares in TKO and has always been known for making bold moves, even when the odds are against him. So, will Vince McMahon return to take back the company he built? According to Shane, never say never. Is Roman Reigns returning in Money in the Bank? It's been nearly 2 months since Reigns was brutalized by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker on Raw, right after WrestleMania 41. Since then, the Tribal Chief has completely vanished from WWE television. No matches, no promos, not even a single appearance. That silence has only added fuel to the fire, especially with the way Seth Rollins has been acting. Rollins hasn't missed a single chance to mock the former undisputed champion. He's been calling him out, taunting him, and even claiming that Reigns is finished. It all started on the go-home edition of Raw, when Rollins said Roman was done, and he hasn't stopped since. On the final SmackDown before Money in the Bank, things went even further. Rollins and his dangerous new group, featuring Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, openly mocked Reigns again. They didn't just talk, they walked, literally. The trio entered the arena using the classic Shield entrance, coming down through the crowd just like Roman used to. All of these teases and digs are pointing in one clear direction. Roman Reigns is coming back, and he's coming for revenge. The rumor making rounds now is that Reigns could return at Money in the Bank 2025, and not just for a surprise, but to cost Seth Rollins his chance at grabbing the briefcase. John Cena might get pinned in Money in the Bank. The final SmackDown before Money in the Bank 2025 ended with a powerful image. John Cena and Logan Paul standing tall over Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, titles raised high. But in WWE, that usually spells bad news. There's a long-running pattern in WWE booking. The superstar who stands tall on the go-home show almost always ends up losing at the premium live event. So while Cena and Paul might have looked dominant this week, that might have just been a setup for their downfall. Adding to the speculation, Cena delivered not 1, but 2 attitude adjustments to Cody Rhodes. It was a message, but maybe also a setup. Because if anyone's taking the pinfall in their tag match, Cena is looking more and more like the guy. And if that happens, it could be huge. Cena taking the pin could be WWE's way of giving Cody Rhodes another major win, helping establish him not just as undisputed champion, but as the clear face of the company. There's nothing confirmed yet, but the signs are pointing to John Cena possibly being the one who loses the match, and maybe even takes the pin himself. Is Bloodline 2.0 breaking up? Solo Sikoa has built a brutal new version of the Bloodline, but things are getting messy fast. The group gained momentum after JC Mateo joined forces with them, but now there's serious tension brewing between Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. On the latest episode of SmackDown, JC Mateo suffered his first ever loss, and it was to Jimmy Uso. That alone was surprising. But what happened after could change everything. In a tense backstage segment, Mateo blamed Jacob Fatu for the loss, and Sikoa didn't hold back either. He was heard telling JC that Fatu is all gas, no brains, and that he could be manipulated. What Solo didn't realize was that Fatu overheard the whole thing, and judging by the way he looked, he didn't take it well at all. That moment could be the start of something big, or something falling apart. With Money in the Bank just around the corner, the timing is suspicious. WWE could be teasing a split, with Jacob Fatu walking out on Sikoa when it matters most. Maybe even refusing to help him win the briefcase. If that happens, Bloodline 2.0 might collapse before it ever truly dominates. Adam Pearce confirms huge opportunity on SmackDown. both Adam Pearce and SmackDown GM Nick Aldis announced the return of one of WWE's most prestigious traditions. Now, it's confirmed. The King and Queen of the Ring tournaments are coming back, and they're happening at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Right now, the spotlight's still on Money in the Bank, but once that's out of the way, WWE will shift full focus to these tournaments. The qualifiers are expected to kick off immediately after MITB, with stars across both brands preparing to battle for their chance at history. What makes this even bigger is that the same stipulation from last year is returning. The winners will earn world title shots at SummerSlam. It is official. That one line from Adam Pearce carries massive weight. Every superstar in the locker room now knows a direct path to the top is open. After seeing Gunther and Nia Jax use their tournament wins last year to launch themselves into title pictures, the pressure is on to deliver this time around. Night of Champions is already shaping up to be a game-changing event, and this announcement from Pearce just raised the stakes to a whole new level. Wyatt 6, future in doubt. Speaking on Brodown with Mac Davis, the former WWE manager made some serious claims about how WWE Creative has dropped the ball when it comes to booking the eerie new faction. The Wyatt 6 returned on the May 23rd edition of SmackDown, and when they did, they tore through the tag division. Led by Uncle Howdy, the group launched brutal attacks on the Street Profits, Fraxiom, Motor City Machine Guns, and Dollar DIY. It felt like the beginning of a dominant new era. But according to Mantell, WWE's handling of the group has been all over the place. That's another team they got that they've done something with them. Then they disappear for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Then they come back and they do something else with them. Then they disappear. So to get them over long term, they have failed at their job, the creative team. Anything that you do with the Wyatt 6 you do right now is an exercise in futility. Mantell believes the start-stop booking has made it nearly impossible to get fans fully invested. And now, even with all their destruction, their long-term future looks shaky. This week, Uncle Howdy returned in a cryptic video package, warning that the time of condemnation is near and that every tag team will face their judgment. WWE legend speaks on Alberto Del Rio, firing from WWE Del Rio, who made his main roster debut in 2010, quickly became a top name in the company. But in 2014, he was suddenly released for what WWE described as unprofessional conduct. Many fans were left in the dark, and though he returned briefly in 2015, the truth about his first exit was never fully explained until now. Speaking on the Wrestling Time Machine with Bill Apter and Mac Davis, Teddy Long gave his side of the story. According to him, Del Rio's departure wasn't just about an outburst, it was about something much deeper and personal. Ricardo Rodriguez came up and told me that there was a person there, and I won't call their name, but called him a racial slur, Long said. It was just like calling me the N-word, and he told me that to my face, and I know the person. I'll leave it at that. That kind of remark, Long explained, naturally sparked Del Rio's angry reaction, something WWE later cited as the reason for his firing. But from Long's perspective, it wasn't just anger, it was justified outrage. WWE legend believes Seth Rollins to win Money in the Bank, with Solo Sikoa, Andrade, Penta, LA Knight, El Grande Americano, and Rollins all set to clash in this year's men's MITB ladder match. The field is stacked. But on his podcast Drive-Thru, wrestling legend Jim Cornette made it clear he's betting on the visionary. Cornette believes Rollins is the obvious pick, not just because of his talent, but because of the powerful faction behind him. With Paul Heyman in his corner, and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed by his side, Rollins has built a dominant new force in WWE. But Andrade, obviously no. Gable no. Penta, no. LA Knight, they WWE are teasing us. And something's going to happen with Solo Sikoa and the rest of his estranged family. Bloodline. Seth Rollins has got to win this, does he not? He's the leader of the new top heel faction with Paul Heyman, with the two Brauns, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. They look like the modern incarnation of a horseman-type group. I don't see Seth not winning this thing, he said. Cornette compared the group to a modern-day version of the legendary Four Horsemen. And if he's right, tonight's ladder match could be the start of something huge for Rollins and his crew.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more wrestling news and rumors, and WrestleBuzz will be back soon.